There's a whole video on me now. One of these videos came out on me. I mean, fucking saying I'm like a problem in the Rogansphere. I fired Harrington. I'm harassing Heidi. I got my own YouTube fucking attack video.
Oh, one of those.
And everyone in the comments is defending me. You.
I tried to be nice to you, mate. I tried to be humble. I defended you, bro. Didn't you see my latest video? I literally said what you did with the Gas Digital Network and Scantfest was brilliant. Going from a homeless Mexican weasel to a bold Mexican CEO is inspiring, to say the least. But yet, you still come for me. Little old fried plantain. You fired the dude, Mr. Gomez. You fired Mike Harrington. I just reported on it. You're talking about how you shouldn't have to hire someone who's doing nothing around the office. Baby boy, what the hell are you doing? You're a multi-millionaire who travels to Jamaica every year with your good time buddies to do what exactly? Lounge in the sunshine? Is that the lie you're running with, Mr. Gomez? Then you're talking about how you want to beat up Andrew Tate. Dude, you're a 60-year-old dilapidated empanada on HRT. You ain't beating up a New York street rat, let alone Andrew Tate. And I'm not even a fan of the guy. The fact that Shannon can sit there every week and gaze upon that monstrosity you call a body while you barely pay her a decent living wage is beyond me. And honestly, it's a testament to how mentally strong your employees are. Because doggy, you ain't no Puerto Rican rattlesnake, you're a Puerto Rican parasite.
Underneath, holding on to the head.
And maybe a bad move for Harrington.
Put my face next to yours, who's better? Put my body next to yours, who's better? Put my bank account next... Okay, you got me there.
What's funny about this situation isn't that Louis J. Gomez talked about my channel on the Real Ass podcast. That part was inevitable. If you build an entire brand around being real, anti-authoritarian, and proudly unbothered, eventually someone is going to say something you don't like. That's not persecution. That's the ecosystem you helped create. What's funny is how defensive the whole segment felt. Lewis refers to my video as a YouTube attack video, which is always an interesting choice of words when the attack consists of quoting things he himself said, reacting to decisions he himself made, and asking questions he himself raised publicly. Somewhere along the line, criticism became synonymous with hostility, and commentary became rage bait the moment it wasn't flattering. To be clear, I didn't invent a narrative. I didn't speculate wildly. I didn't leak private messages. I reported on something Lewis openly discussed, firing longtime producer Mike Harrington shortly before Christmas, and asked whether that decision and the timing of it deserved scrutiny. That's not cancel culture. That's just commentary. On the podcast, Lewis responds with insults, calling me a fool, an idiot, and one of the guests mocks my subscriber count. That part is important because it reveals the hierarchy at play. The implication is clear. If you're not big enough, your opinion doesn't matter. Which is ironic considering how many careers in this space were built by ignoring that exact logic.
There's a whole video on me now. One of these videos came out on me. I mean, fucking saying I'm like a problem in the Rogansphere. I fired Harrington. I'm harassing Heidi. I got my own YouTube fucking attack video.
Oh, one of those.
And everyone in the comments is defending me. You idiot. You fool.
Who made it? There's a ton of those.
Lewis made it. Are you kidding me?
I had my producers. Can we see that, Shannon? It says Rogansphere comedian out of control. So just put Rogansphere comedian and look for like the past couple of days or whatever.
And then scroll for a while.
I get in that algorithm every now and again where there's people, their whole page is like, 2 Bears is dead or Rogan is and I'm like, what you spent like hours making this?
It's a crazy thing to go like, the Rogan has finally fallen. The guy who's worth $100 billion. What are you talking about?
He's a billionaire.
It's never falling. He's never falling. Like no matter what happens, he's set. It doesn't fucking matter. Rogan's not falling.
Also, your only thing is talking shit about someone who does do a thing. You don't do a thing.
Well, they're doing it.
Well, also you are absolutely helping that person. That
Yeah,
you're saying is over. Like that when I went to Skankfest this year, and thank you for having me. I really had a great time.
Open invite. You're the
So
fucking
fun.
man.
Thank
Seriously,
you.
Greg.
But I realized, like, you know, I used to go to the Montreal Comedy Festival, and you would hope that an agent or a manager or a studio would, like, give you a deal.
Yeah.
And those festivals, nobody gets anything out of those anymore except the people running the festivals. But your festival, the new blueprint is get canceled, get famous. So it's a place where you go get canceled.
Yeah. The problem is there's like 100 people being canceled at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Which is the issue.
Right.
Gotta step it up.
Yeah, we got to go harder. Yeah. So this is the this guy. Go ahead, Shay. You can play a little bit of it. This is Rogansphere comedians are continuing to destroy lives. And Shannon, give this guy a shout out of the channel because his major gripe was that we fired Harrington and that I'm harassing Heidi. But I commented, I was like, we now have an open producer position. So if this guy is interested in applying, he can come in and be a guest as a producer in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
It's fried plantain is the
Fried
guy.
plantain.
Oh, he has 13,000 subscribers.
What's striking about the latest Luis J. Gomez controversy isn't just the drama
Bad
itself, it's how cleanly it fits into a larger pattern that keeps repeating across the Rogansphere adjacent comedy world. The story on its face is simple. Luis J. Gomez fired his longtime producer Mike Harrington roughly 10 days before Christmas.
Aw.
Harrington isn't some recent hire. He's been with Gas Digital Network for years, helped build it, and met his wife,
Shannon,
Alex
pause it.
Scarlato.
Would you say that Harrington helped build this network?
That's a lot.
Was that a little bit of a stretch?
He is a longtime producer.
He's a long time and a great friend, and I fucking love him. And to be honest with you, it hurt me more than it. I'm sorry, it hurt me more. It hurt me more than it hurt him.
What happened?
He just wasn't doing shit. There was certain things that he wasn't doing that is like bare minimum that you have to do as a podcast producer, like uploading certain podcasts.
Oh shit.
And then when I asked him about it, I was like, "Well," I was like, "What happened?" And he was like, "I got nothing."
Yeah.
I was like,
He said, I got nothing?
"He said I got nothing."
Was he a
That's
stoner?
rough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah,
It's a bad one.
Lewis insists that firing Harrington was about professionalism, about bare minimum work not being done. Fair enough. But in the same breath, the show leans into mockery, dismissal, and "why don't you come work for us then" jokes. If the point is standards, then the optics matter, especially when you're the boss, especially when you're wealthy, especially when you've spent years branding yourself as loyal, anti-corporate, and family-oriented.
And which is fine. I was like, look, dude, you just shouldn't be producing. You shouldn't be in charge of podcasts on this network.
Yeah.
The whole thing is you gotta be organized. You have to, and that's that. And that's not a knock on I love Harrington. Me and Harrington, we trained together twice since this happened. He's still working on merch. He's still going to work for Skankfest. He's still doing we let him use the studio to produce podcasts here. He's still part of the family. But the reality is it was irresponsible for me to put somebody who was dropping the ball that much at the helm of these pretty big podcasts.
Yeah.
So 10 days before Christmas, that was the move.
We still paid him till the week after Christmas.
10
So
days.
we're still paying him.
Did you give him 10 geese a laying? That would have been hilarious.
I should have. I will tell you, he's not going to be able to afford 5 golden rings anymore. That much. I love Harrington, but the reality is, am I supposed to just be like, all right, well, you know what, dude, I'm going to be loyal to you for fucking working here for years, even though you're not doing your job? That's crazy. It's a lack of loyalty to me to not do your job.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
It's just a very weird dynamic because this show is so anti-authoritarian. It's so fucking druggy, and then your employees have to be professional.
No.
And it's...
No, I mean, he's not ever been professional. He's been working with me for years.
Yeah.
They have to do the bare minimum to keep the job.
Right.
If you're not doing the bare minimum...
Then the episode widens into something more revealing, Lewis's worldview. Lewis lays out a very clear philosophy about wealth, power, and fairness. He says he has nothing but respect for billionaires because, in his words, they crushed it and destroyed it to earn their money. He rejects redistribution outright, arguing that wealth earned through hard work should be passed down freely to heirs, including his own son, without government interference.
I had a fucking argument with I'll say a friend who's very liberal last night. And
What did your son's mother have to say?
She fucking hates the government. She hates the government, but she's simping for taxes. It's a crazy. People on the left are insane.
Okay.
They're like, she's like, yeah, we need to pay taxes because that's socialism and that's the way the country runs because we need to all pay for things. I'm like, how are you not like? You think Trump's evil, you think the government's evil, but you're sitting here going, it's like, no, I'm really happy to pay all my
money.
More taxes.
Yeah,
more taxes.
People don't like to say, I don't know. Like, she obviously doesn't know how the government should work. Just be like, I don't fucking know. This guy pisses me off, and that's all I know.
Yes.
I don't like the cut of his jib. And then just fucking move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the billionaires got to pay taxes. That's the problem. Rich people are, if you break down what they're actually paying, it's fucking so much less percentage-wise.
Percentage, yes. But they say that about, like, they say, look, I have nothing but respect for billionaires. Nothing but respect. I'm not fucking Bill Burr or Billy Irish. I'm not going like, oh, we need to fucking, the billionaires need to give away their money. No, bitch, become a billionaire. That's awesome. These guys crushed it. They destroyed it.
But what
in
if you inherited $1 billion?
If your dad crushed it, or your grandpa crushed it, somebody crushed it. My son is going to inherit a lot of money. It shouldn't be taken away from him because his dad worked fucking hard. I came from a mother on welfare, a dad who was fucking. My mom was a drug addict. She fucking died of a fucking heroin overdose.
So you owe triple taxes, really.
Where it gets darker is the discussion about enforcement. Lewis and his guests note that the IRS audits people earning under $100,000 far more frequently, not because they're more guilty, but because they're easier to punish. Billionaires can lawyer their way out of disputes. The little guy can't.
But yeah, billionaires, dude, yes, they pay less of a percentage, but if you look at how much Jeff Bezos has paid in taxes compared to you and your top 5,000 friends, it's still way more.
But it doesn't matter because if you have that much money, you don't need those extra tens of millions that the people, this infrastructure does need. I'm just saying everyone pays fair.
I think everyone should pay fair. I do think that when you have business owners that are stimulating the economy, that are injecting money into the economy, I have how many employees here, right? I should pay less in taxes because I'm actually putting money back into the economy.
Yeah, but they always trying to. You give them that, they'll just find a way to fuck you. It's like the automotive industry. They were like,
let me tell you, figure out a way to fuck the government on your taxes.
No.
Figure it out.
I'm not
legally. Don't cheat on your taxes. But if you can figure out a way where you don't have to pay as much taxes, you are a fucking fool to go, you know what? Joe Schmo over here is paying this much. I'm going to give more money because that's what's fair. That's crazy.
Yeah, but the IRS isn't even going after the top tier anymore because they bogged them down with lawyers and they know we don't have the resources in the government to go after that money. So we just go, oh, let's get the little guy because he doesn't have lawyers.
Yeah, and what I'm saying, I don't trust.
I don't know how often they're going after the little guy.
No, Greg's right. An article came out very recently that if you look at who gets audited, it's usually people under $100,000 because those are the ones most likely to be committing fraud and not be able to lawyer their way out of it. So that's who. It's like the percentage is very towards lower level people because they know they can get them.
Well,
Yeah,
you know
I
what?
think that, like,
Be better.
the government.
Be better. Me and Andrew Tate, we say be better. Be the best version of yourself.
This worldview actually explains the Harrington situation better than any insult ever could. Because once you believe the system is rigged, loyalty becomes secondary to efficiency. Empathy becomes optional. Everything turns transactional. You're either stimulating the machine or you're dead weight. And that's the real tension at the heart of this episode. Lewis built his career railing against authority, hierarchy, and institutional power. But now he is the institution. He's the boss. He's the one making decisions that affect livelihoods. And when those decisions are questioned, the response isn't reflection, it's dismissal. The Andrew Tate side quest fits neatly into this too. Lewis repeatedly positions himself as a rival, successor, or alternative to Andrew Tate, talking about fighting him, adopting his rhetoric, even joking about taking over his businesses. It's half comedy, half aspiration, and it reveals an obsession with winner narratives. Strength, dominance, hierarchy, respect through conquest.
So, yeah, I'm going to fucking fight Andrew Tate this year. My boxing coach goes, bro, you can beat him. I'm telling you right now. He goes, I know you can beat him.
Really?
Yeah, my boxing coach.
And then he had a meeting in his office. He's like, I just told Lewis he can beat Andrew Tate. We're going to fucking get this done.
Is it for real?
Spend so much money here.
Will you really do this?
If Andrew Tate was willing to box me, he's not, obviously.
Yeah,
I'm a
I don't
fucking
know.
loser.
Start talking shit. Talk shit right now. Talk shit in the camera.
Listen, camera. You could be better. You could be more high def. You could have a cleaner lens. Right?
No, talk shit to Andrew Tate.
Oh, through the camera. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you meant talk shit to the camera.
No.
That's fine.
You can. I think you could get it.
Guys, I do bad jokes. That's the whole thing on this show. You don't
Get
realize
the show.
I'm gonna myself. No, if Andrew Tate would give me the opportunity to box him,
That's not how you get this. You don't go.
hold on,
Give
Shannon,
me the
edit. I'm
opportunity.
sorry, Andrew Tate. I'm gonna.
This wasn't really about me, or Mike Harrington, or even Gas Digital. This was about control, about who gets to speak, about who's allowed to critique power. Commentary channels represent something Rogansphere adjacent comedians increasingly dislike: loss of narrative monopoly. You don't get to decide who talks anymore. You don't get to filter criticism through your own platforms. Luis says he's desensitized to online hate. Maybe he is, but desensitized people don't dedicate podcast segments to commentary channels. They don't mock subscriber counts. They don't feel the need to explain themselves at length. And that's the punchline. Commentary didn't hurt Luis J. Gomez. It irritated him. It reminded him that the same internet that helped build him doesn't stop watching once you're rich. And no amount of calling it rage bait changes the fact that people are allowed to talk, especially when all they're doing is holding up a mirror. That's not an attack. That's just the cost of being on top.